if anybody's watching.
Hey, we're about to get things rock and rolling. It's going to be a little abbreviated today. We're trying to get things going. That's a good one. Did you see that one?
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I actually met with some friends last night, and these are people that I've known for 30 years, and we're all sort of in that position now.
So if you're watching, say something. The producer's not in here yet, so I don't know.
No worries. We'll publish it. We're getting going.
Yeah.
Here, let me put that on there. I got it.
Okay.
Hey, y'all. All right.
Yeah. Welcome to Take Offense.
Welcome to Take Offense.
I'm Cody.
I'm Nick.
Go ahead.
Oh, don't take offense.
Take a stand. If you take offense
to something we say, that could be your conscience tapping you on the shoulder. And it's kind of pointless anyway. Just be your best and do your best and keep going from there.
All right, so I'm going to start off with our quote of the day, and I really relate to this one. It's by Isaac Asimov.
Father of cybernetics.
Yes, who said, "People who think they know everything are a great annoyance to those of us who do."
Apparently Isaac Asimov is like a huge, huge hero of Dan. Oh, I lost his name. Ghostbusters.
Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd.
Yes.
Huge fan of Dan Aykroyd. And when they were filming Ghostbusters, they created a huge traffic jam in New York. And Isaac Asimov came storming to the front, and he's like, "What idiot did this?" And Dan Aykroyd was like, "My hero hates me."
Nice.
It's like, oh my god, that's hilarious.
Sorry, we had to. We have a giant marshmallow guy coming through.
Yeah. You don't want to get stepped on by Mr.
Stay Puft.
Stay Puft.
Yeah.
Someone from my youth. Someone who could never hurt me. Too funny. But you gotta. The whole point of this whole thing is, don't try and change the world to what you want it to be. Mm-hmm. Be stronger. Right now, Cody's got massive challenges coming up in his life. Got massive challenges in his life, and yep. he's just gonna knuckle down and deal with it. Put a big smile on his face.
That's so hard to do right now.
Oh. It's hard to do right now. But he's gonna do it.
I am like, if you can hear it in my voice, I am extremely stuffed up. I'm like swollen all the way across here. It's like not fun at the moment.
Yeah, this is gonna be a kind of a quick and dirty, maybe an hour.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna move on from there. We've both got lots of stuff to do in our lives. It's almost Christmas.
Yeah.
And I got to go out of town, and Cody's got a crap ton of stuff to do. So
I got 3 kids, man.
Yeah, getting ready for Christmas.
Plus Jake's birthday's tomorrow, so we're celebrating it today.
That's wild.
13.
My
I know, right?
That's crazy.
I got 2 teenagers now.
Oh yeah. 15 and is he?
He turns 14. He'll be 15 in March.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And I got a 14 and a 12, so it's like, holy crap.
Not far.
Yeah, they're kind of staggered, When all birthdays are said and done, it's 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Yeah. It just kind of works its way down. But yeah, no, I totally get it. It's madness.
Yep. So I guess since we're only doing an hour, you want to go ahead and do our top 5 now?
What are we working on? I don't even know what the top 5 are.
We talked about it last week.
Did we?
Yeah.
Well, I fucked that up. What are they going to be? We did movies.
We did movies. We're going to do Christmas songs.
Christmas songs. Awesome.
Top 5 Christmas songs.
All right. Well, number 5 for me is, because it's got to get in the list somewhere, is Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Then you had the Cleese T. Judd version. Grandpa got run over by a John Deere.
Oh my God! Yeah,
that's a good one. That's a good.
Yeah.
That's a good one for the. Yeah.
I like it.
Mine is one that somebody sadly has. Well, I mean, it's been covered a bunch of times in different ways for marketing purposes. But it's you hear it every year in some way, shape, or form, and it's not your traditional Christmas song, but you hear it some way, shape, or form every year. Right now, it's in I think a car commercial. But it's by the great Lindsey Buckingham from Fleetwood Mac, and it's "Holiday Road."
Sing it.
Holiday Road.
Oh yeah.
From Christmas Vacation.
National Lampoon's Vacation.
Yep.
It was actually the first one.
Actually, it was No, that wasn't the first one. Christmas Vacation was not the first one.
Promise you.
Vacation was the first one. Christmas Vacation came next.
Right, it's from Vacation. It's not from Christmas Vacation.
Oh, was it in Vacation?
Because he's driving down the road and Christy Brinkley drives up next to him in a Ferrari.
But that wasn't during Hollywood Road.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, you just remember Christy Brinkley.
Yeah, I am. Christy Brinkley. Amazing. Still amazing. She does these Total Gym commercials with Chuck Norris. Still looks amazing.
Yeah.
And she's like 70. It's madness.
She was on Parks and Rec. She played Jerry's wife.
Oh my God.
On Parks and Rec. And that was the thing, is Jerry was the fat, dumb guy in the office. Well, they all thought he was fat and dumb, but he was really a smart guy, but he was just kind of a pushover, so he let them make fun of him the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just like, Jerry, I can't believe, fucking Jerry. God damn it, Jerry. It was always Jerry's fault for something.
Sure.
And then they met his wife and daughters, and it's like Christy Brinkley and these 3 smoking hot girls, and they're like, and she's like madly in love with him, and oh, he's the greatest guy in the world, and they're all like,
that's
Jerry. I mean, because
that's why you're in the office, and you just don't care.
No. What's bad?
Because you go home and you got Christy Brinkley waiting for you.
What's bad is the whole first season they're calling him Larry.
Larry.
They got his name wrong the entire and. By like the end of the first season, he's like, you guys know my name's Jerry, right? It was so. I mean, like it would change like every season what they would call him. It was so funny, and he was a good actor too. It was great. Parks and Rec was a great show. I mean, come on, Nick Offerman, he's the fucking man.
Yeah.
Zach Brown covered Holiday Road.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I like Zach Brown. Zach Brown's one of the few country singers now that I like. It wasn't Vacation. European Vacation, Vegas Vacation.
All of them.
Yep.
It's just the theme song for National Lampoon's Vacation. Whether it's Christmas or not.
Actually, it wasn't the theme song for Vacation.
Are alive with the sound of Griswold.
It wasn't the theme for Vacation. The theme for Vacation was called The Trip, and it was the B-side of Holiday Road.
No kidding.
Yep, that's what it says right here. B-side, The Trip, theme from Vacation. 1983.
I'm telling you, that's why Christy Brinkley made such an impact, because that was that time in my life. Oh yes, oh yes.
But yeah, so okay, so that's number 5. What would be your number 4?
I would have to go with what I was singing when I walked into your house, and that's Winter Wonderland.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm rather unconventional, just so you guys know.
Absolutely.
My number 4. Oh Holy Night.
Oh Holy Night's a good one.
By Eric Cartman.
I ruined a Styx song for my wife.
Ha!
because every time it comes on the radio,
Yeah.
come sail away, come and sail away with me, you guys. And so whenever it comes on the radio, she looks at me and she goes, I hate this song now. And I'm like, why do you hate this song now? Because she goes, because every time it comes on, all I can hear is your voice going, you guys.
I used to do that karaoke, the full "Come Sail Away."
As
Cartman, I did Cartman and Chef. Make it funky now.
Make it funky now.
Come sail away, come sail away.
Come sail away with me.
So yeah, Oh Holy Night, Eric Cartman.
Oh Holy Night. Oh Holy Night's a good one. Number 3. I'll go with Jingle Bell Rock by the Donnie and Marie.
That's a good one.
Or it's actually the Osmonds. I don't think it's just Donnie. It was on the Donnie and Marie show. But
That's
it was,
pretty good.
I think it was the Osmond show, and but it's Jingle Bell Rock. I kind of dig that one.
Okay, well I gotta go number 3 as "Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree" by Brenda Lee. It's who my mom was named after.
Oh, fun.
Yep.
I'll go 2 as "That Hoe," Your Mother, Kissing Santa under the mistletoe.
I saw Daddy kissing.
I saw Daddy kissing Santa Claus. Well, we're not going to judge, so Oh my God, there is a video. It is awesome. These 2 little kids are sitting there and they go, "Mommy is Santa Claus." And the little boy goes, "No way." And the little girl goes, "I swear, come see what I found." And they go into Mommy's drawer, night cabinet drawer, and they open the drawer and they pull out these 2 long patent leather boots. And then they pull out a Christmas hat and a fuzzy red and white teddy. And then at some point they pull out these fuzzy red and white handcuffs, and they just kind of look at those and they just kind of shrug and toss them off to the side. And they pull out a whip and they say, "What is this for?" "Maybe she uses it to hit the reindeer." It's an amazing Mommy is Santa Claus. Oh my God, I was crying. My wife and I saw that and could not stop laughing. Why are there bugs? That wasn't like a house bug either. That was a gnat.
No clue.
Fucking gnats. I am hallucinating.
All right, so we're on. Was that your number 2?
Mm-hmm.
All right, mine was actually only done once live. It was done on the Sing Off, which was an a cappella show.
Mm-hmm.
But it was 2 of the judges that did it on the Christmas special. It was Sarah Bareilles and Ben Folds, who I absolutely love. Ben Folds, he's amazing. "Baby It's Cold Outside." You know that song, right?
Which is my number 1.
Oh, really?
However, my number 1 is "Baby It's Cold Outside" by the incomparable Ray Charles.
Oh.
Baby It's Cold. I've got a Ray Charles Christmas CD, and he does "Baby It's Cold Outside," which is
You just had your Nolans pop in.
What?
Ray Charles.
Isn't that his name? Isn't he
Charles is his name. Charles.
Ray Charles.
Charles. You said Charles.
Right, that's what it is. Ray Charles.
Ray Charles.
Oh.
Charles.
My New Orleans. I thought that's what his name was. What everybody calls him in my house. Oh, get the Ray Charles CD. Yeah, no, that's "Baby It's Cold Outside" is my number 1 by Ray Charles. Absolutely.
All right, and I guess that's your number 1.
What's your number 1?
It is from probably the best claymation of them all. Talking about it's from the Rudolph one. and it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer by Burl Ives.
Oh, Burl Ives is pretty amazing.
He was the snowman at the beginning that was telling you the story. He was the narrator of the story.
Yeah.
And Burl Ives just has that voice that I have to hear every year.
He's Frosty. I mean, he's it.
So yeah, well, he wasn't Frosty.
Was
he?
he?
Was just a
Are you
snowman
sure he
at the
wasn't
beginning.
Frosty?
Yeah. He was just the narrator.
I wonder who was the voice of Frosty.
Or you're searching Google. I'm IMDbing it.
Oh yeah. What? Oh, Jackie Vernon. Who? Yeah. Old dude. No idea.
Wow, yeah.
No idea who that is. Jimmy Durante was in Frosty the Snowman?
Yeah.
Shut the front door.
He was the narrator.
Well,
It looked like Jimmy Durante.
Cha-cha-cha. Jimmy Durante. That's awesome. All right.
Jackie Vernon was Coach Toomey in Kolchak. Come on now.
I love Kolchak the Night Stalker. But yeah, those are 5 good ones. But yeah, we were listening to Baby It's Cold Outside, and my girls were like, it's kind of a stalkery kind of song. Hey, have another drink. Yeah, you don't want to go outside. Have another drink. The crazy part is that's an old song, like a really old song. So that was pretty racy back in the day. What? She's gonna stay at his house? Oh yeah.
Come on.
Another drink. Just stick around.
That's like, I'm gonna tell you this. This is great. So we watched The Voice, and a few weeks ago, Blake revealed his new song, or not revealed it, but played his new song on the show, which I thought was a clever song, and it was all about you find the spot and I'll find the money, or you find the place, I'll find the money, and things like that. Just talking about being in the relationship, and then you name the kids and I'll name the dogs.
Gwen's got the money and the place.
Well, yeah,
she's good.
But the thing came down to you name the kids and I name the dogs.
That's clever.
Yeah, it was really good, and Amanda's like, that's kind of sexist, because going through, you find the spot, I'll find the money, things like that, and I'm like, really? I think it's a country song. I mean, it's talking about living together and doing things as one. I said, if you notice everything, he's giving her the decision, and he's going to find a way to solve it. You do it, and so I went to the Authority on Sexism, the lesbian at work, and she's like, I love that song.
I love that song.
So I was like, okay.
I mean,
but then I told Amanda, I was like, and then the other night I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? Because I listened to it at work. A guy listens to country at work. And I was like, you were talking about that song being racist or sexist. She goes, yeah. I was like, how about Any Man of Mine by Shania Twain? Any man of mine better walk the line. Better show me teasing, pleasing kind of time. I need a man who knows how the story goes. I mean, the whole thing is about any man of mine better be proud of me, even when I'm ugly. But still better love me. I could be late for a date, that's fine, but he better be on time. Yeah, that's not a double standard, is it?
Yeah, there's a lot of double standards. Tons of double standards.
Damn it, Shania. Now I'm glad that dude on the ranch showed you his Twain. Told you that story, though. We talked about that on here, didn't we?
No.
You haven't seen The Ranch?
I haven't finished the second season.
Well, it was in the first episode.
First episode?
Where he was talking about being in the ice motel and they had a sculpture of Gretzky, so he had to pee in his mouth. So he's peeing he's like, so I'm peeing in the great one's mouth.
Oh my god.
And he's drunk.
I don't remember that at all.
He's like, and I slip and I slide balls first to the Shania Twain. Because he was in Canada. And his brother goes, did she say that don't impress me much? He goes, no, she said, man, I feel like a woman.
That's awesome.
Which we did talk about the
I did not remember that at
Danny
all.
Masterson being accused of the sexual stuff, and he has been written off the show.
Yeah.
He will be on the second half of this season that's coming up because they'd already filmed all that. But he'll be written off, I guess, in the third season or whatever. whichever season's coming up next.
To kill him.
Which, now looking at it all, and I know he's a Scientologist, so he's not a smart dude anyway, but these accusations, this is the second time it's happened. With the same accusations, and it was 15 years ago, and they already went through everything. It's already done. It was already investigated and everything.
These aren't new people?
These aren't new people.
Oh.
These are the same ones from 15 years ago who are stepping forward again.
Dude, it's getting...
So who knows, man?
It's getting crazy. They have a lady she's a Democrat. I don't remember where she is, but the Democratic convention people made her step down, and she was like, I didn't do anything. And they were like, yeah, because you were part of this settlement. Part of this settlement where this guy says that, you know, something happened, and she goes, that wasn't me. She goes, it was the company didn't handle something right. It had nothing to do with me, because quite honestly, if the dude had mentioned my name specifically, I'd have gone to court and fought for myself. So it had nothing to do with me. It was just a company I was dealing with. And they're like, nope, you were part of it. You're out. You know, and this is like a really intelligent woman. She's an incredible businessman. She was a vice president, like, you know, 20 years ago in this really big company. And you're talking about a really useful, it's almost like, okay, that's not reasonable. Unless it's a person, a specific person.
Yeah.
That's kind of, they're getting crazy. They're getting Salem witch trial Bernie kind of. I mean, Republicans and Democrats alike. I mean, if you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit, and you got to go.
I'll be right back. Keep going.
Yeah, but holy crap, that's madness. You gotta be able to differentiate between stuff that really happens. That is a frickin' gnat. That is not my imagination. It's kind of weird that it only showed up when he left, but so maybe I am crazy. But you guys are safe because you're on that side of the line. If I'm crazy, I'm crazy. It is what it is. But yeah, there's got to be a lot. There's got to be due process, and that's probably the best word for it. Due process is the best word.
Before you start firing people.
Yeah, before you start, you know, saying no, you're out of the game. You can't do anything.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. You gotta. I mean. Yeah, there's no way to just say, well, you know, we think you're a shitty person, so you're gone. That's bullshit.
Did you hear the NFL Network thing?
Yeah. About all those like 5 guys who. Seven guys.
One woman accusing 7 guys.
She was the makeup lady or the wardrobe lady, and she would come in, and as she was fitting them for their wardrobe, they'd like, you know, grab their junk and talk smack. But
the fact that it's 7 different guys, though. What somebody's saying on ESPN right now, somebody I guess
they all get fired too.
A couple of them are suspended until further notice. One of them being Marshall Faulk, which hits me hard. Because according to her, he slammed her up against the wall and pulled his junk out and told her to suck his dick.
When?
She's accusing Michael Irvin and Michael Irvin, I can see, but like
those Cowboys,
it's like 6 players and 1 executive. And what somebody, I guess, who used to work at NFL Network is saying is she's kind of known as a slut there. So
she's been around.
And then she got fired. She was like 51 years old. She got fired, and then they hired in some younger chick, and that pissed her off, and so now she's putting out all these accusations.
Evidence. Need evidence. Yeah.
You need to come forward with this shit beforehand.
When it happens.
You don't have to go to your HR.
Don't.
There's other places you can call and say, hey,
go to the police.
Come here and investigate this. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's madness.
So many false accusations, man.
It's like a smoke screen. So I'm sure there's lots of real stuff. Never deny it. You know, there are douchebags out there, and if you deal with a douchebag, report them immediately. But there's a lot of stuff going around that's just, it's getting harder and harder to separate the real from, you know, false news.
Yeah.
There's all this crazy stuff, you know. Fucking goddamn it, I hate agreeing with Trump. But he's like, there's so much bullshit out there. How can you really tell what's real and what's false?
Mm-hmm.
And it's so annoying. Let me see what we got here. Do you have like
what
columns?
What?
No comments yet?
No comments
Fuck
yet.
you all.
We got 2 watching now, though.
Yay! But yeah, that's horrendous. I mean, fuck them. Now, if Michael Irving is guilty, you know, they should string him up by his, you know, white and blue shorts. But, you know, sad.
Mm. Sorry, I was chewing.
Yeah, it's a crazy morning. Unfortunately, by the time we really get our speed up and running, we got to both get going. So,
yep.
But yeah, there's a lot of hokey stuff. I actually saw a really funny thing. It was let me see if I can find it. God, my phone's just grinding. It was the gingerbread people. Oh, that's a good one. Did I talk about that?
No.
You ever hear of a guy named C.S. Lewis? He wrote Chronicles of Narnia and stuff like that. He's also a pretty prolific writer of Christian literature and pretty well respected. And I found a quote by him that I absolutely love. And it is Christ himself, not the Bible, who is the true word of God. The Bible, read in the right spirit and with the guidance of good teachers, will bring us to him. We must not use the Bible as a sort of encyclopedia out of which texts can be taken and used as weapons. This was written a long time ago.
Uh-huh.
C.S. Lewis is not a recent dude.
No.
But one of the more brilliant people ever. And that being said, now we'll go to something offensive. Because C.S. Lewis is just
He
awesome.
passed away in 1963.
Yeah, he's been gone for a long time. He actually used to be friends with Tolkien. In fact, they have a story about Tolkien looking at C.S. Lewis and going, "For Christ's sake, pick a mythos and stick with it," because C.S. Lewis apparently blended everything together. But
they were both on the faculty at Oxford.
Oh, really? That's hilarious.
Yeah.
But I found this one thing, and it's on Take Offense's Facebook site. It's organic, genderless gingerbread figures. Vegan. That's really all you have to say. Which means they're probably gluten-free. Genderless gingerbread figures. Good Lord, people.
Yep.
That's where it's going. That's where it's going.
Do you know Lewis's books are now in public domain?
C.S. Lewis's books are public domain?
As of 2014.
Nice.
50 years after the death.
That's pretty cool.
Oh.
Well, that means they're going to be going into the Gutenberg repository. There's an app I love. You ever heard of the Gutenberg? There's an app.
Steve?
No, dumbass. There's an app, and it's the Gutenberg group or whatever the hell they are. I'm sounding stupid, but they have an app, and they take all the public domain books, and they've been sticking them in this app so you can download them. Would be cool these days because none of us really read books anymore. Is if they could have audio books.
Project Gutenberg offers over 54,000 free ebooks.
Yeah, Project Gutenberg. But yeah, so that means hopefully they'll get into his thing and you can just download them. I like the Chronicles of Narnia. I read those things in like 6th or 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
They were awesome.
Yeah. The movies were actually pretty good too.
I had a problem once we got to. I mean, even Prince Caspian was close, but once you get to the Dawn Treader, it just shit the bed. Oh my god, that was not even close.
He didn't know. He read the books like 50 years ago. That is the donut of approval.
That is not the donut of approval.
That is the donut of, you know what, you're fucking right.
That is the donut of fucking, that was the most nonsense. Oh, did you hear the newest thing? You can't call snowflakes anymore.
Yes, you cannot.
Because it actually it causes mental injury. Mental health issues.
I did it to Talon. I mean, caused my son mental health issues. No, he was all blubbering because he had some friends moving away, which I get. Okay, being upset about it. But
we're in a Navy town.
But he came in, and he's gonna kill me for saying this. But he came in,
weepy,
and he's like, "Just know for the rest of the week I may not be okay." And I said, "Quit being a fucking snowflake." Like, Jesus Christ, man, really?
It was this close. We were at work. And the same sort of thing happened. This one lady goes, "I hate that term snowflake because snowflakes are beautiful and they're all unique and blah blah blah." And you know what? You know how you make something useful out of a snowflake? You crush that shit together into a snowball and wing it at dumbasses like you. That's what snowflakes are good for. Smash them together and throw them. It takes pressure not to make a diamond, just to make a snowball. Which is actually a really good analogy because we don't live forever, so we're not diamonds. We are snowflakes. We get crushed into a snowball, become something useful, get wung at some fucking libtard like you, and then break apart and melt and return to the universe.
You know what else is unique?
What's that?
Turds. Not
Absolutely.
one of them are alike.
Not one of them. You can actually look at all the different turds and tell which asshole it came from.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That was not scripted.
No, it really wasn't.
I can't. You can tell deer asshole from cow asshole.
One thing we could promise you on this show: nothing's fucking scripted.
Writing stuff down.
We rarely even text each other like, "Hey, I'm going to talk about this."
Oh, this morning we actually did text each other. Cody texted me
last night
and said, "Yeah, I got a lot to do. I can't do it." And I read the text when I was about 2 minutes from his house, and I
texted him at 8:23 last night.
I plugged my phone in. I wasn't even looking at it at that point.
And I was kind of like, "Shit, Nick must be pissed at me. He hasn't texted me back." And it was like midnight when I thought that. I was like, "Damn, he must be pissed off that I'm not doing the show tomorrow."
No, I plugged my phone in last night about 8 and started up the UFC and just ignored my phone the rest of the night. Never even looked at it because I have my phone, which is fine. I use my phone quite a bit during the day. I have an iPad at home, so if I'm going to look at Facebook, I'll grab my iPad. I don't get texts on the iPad. And actually, I don't even think I picked up the iPad. I think I just watched whatever with the girls, and
we just watched comedy specials last night.
That's good stuff. Get that fired up.
Rodney Carrington, Ryan Regan.
Oh yeah. So we were so this morning I'm like 2 minutes from his house and I called him up and he's like, "What, man?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I just got your text." And he goes, "It just came through." And I go, "Well, let me be more accurate. I just read your text." And he's like, "What?" Whereas if you text him at 2:30 in the morning, you'll get a response in about a minute.
No,
because he wakes up to read his text.
No, I don't. My phone doesn't go off after 11.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I turn the media off or turn the notifications off after 11.
That's fine. Can you do that automatically?
You can. Yeah, you put in your
set a thing. That after a certain time, it won't do anything.
Yeah, it's from 11 to 6.
Now, will it still ring?
No. Well, emergency calls and anybody I put in there that
What's an emergency?
Priority.
How do you define emergency?
Somebody can, I guess they can do something to make it an emergency.
There, have more screen.
Thank you. fuck were you talking about?
Snowflakes.
Oh no, there was a comedian.
Your son walked in
Who
and
was
said,
the third fucking comedian?
I may not be any good for the next week.
I was like, fuck you.
I don't know.
Shit, who else did we watch last
Dude,
night?
my daughter, talk about your friends leaving.
Oh, Craig Ferguson.
My daughter, for whatever reason, her elementary school is right next to a neighborhood where tons of NATO people show up. Like, you know, the English and Italians and French and all those people who support NATO. They actually come to Norfolk and they're part of this NATO group. And they all rent houses right next to this one elementary school. So for years, her friends would leave every 2 years. And she made really good friends with, like, you know, French people, Greek people, Italian people. And she had she had her birthday party the other day. And she had, across the board, a Japanese person, a black person, a mixed person, a white person, and a Greek person. And I looked over at my wife and said, I'm really worried about our daughter. She's such a racist. Because it's like, oh my God, that's awesome. But yeah,
she
she's
invited one white person.
Dude, the white person was the kind of one, the snippy one. Yeah, all the rest of them were like awesome. It's so funny. I got this thing about, yeah, so, you know, blah blah, the white chick, was talking shit to blah blah, the mixed chick. And it turns out that, you know, blah blah, the white chick, is a little short for a girl, and the other one is gonna whoop her ass if there's a problem.
Actually, there is a story here that I want to talk about.
Jingle bells?
Yeah, according to a Boston University professor, Jingle Bells is rooted in racism.
Oh. Well, let's find out about this. We got to get rid of Jingle Bells.
Boston University theater professor claims The Christmas Carol was a problematic history because it was originally performed to make fun of African Americans.
Of course it was.
The legacy of Jingle Bells, this is quote, the legacy of Jingle Bells is one where its blackface and racist origins have been subtly and systematically removed from its history. Kina Hamilton, a BU theater historian, wrote in her theater survey research paper on the story of Jingle Bells. Although, quote, although One Horse Open Sleigh is, or for most of its singers and listeners, may have alluded to its racialized past and taken its place in the seemingly unproblematic romanticization of a normal white Christmas. Attention to the circumstances of its performance history enables a reflection on its problematic role in the construction of blackness and whiteness in the United States, she wrote. Hamill starts researching the history of famous Christmas Carol after a so-called Jingle Bells War, a dispute between two towns, Medford, Mass. And Savannah, Georgia, that claimed to be the birthplace of the song written by James Pierpont.
I almost blew coffee all over my computer.
Its origins emerged, or quote, its origins emerged from the economic needs of perpetually unsuccessful man, the racial politics of antebellum Boston, the city's climate, and the inter-theatrical repertoire of commercial blackface performers moving between Boston and New York, Hamill wrote. The traces of blackface minstrel origins can be found in the music and lyrics, as well as the elements of male display, boasting, and unbridled behavior of the male body on stage, the author wrote. The song's lyrics, which Hamill adds, quote, display no real originality, end quote, and reference things like Miss Fanny Bright and Dashing Through the Snow, connect the song to blackface dandy, according to the research paper. I don't even want to read that anymore.
Yeah, we're done. Wow. Or it's just a jaunty little tune. Way to suck the fun out of the world. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh.
And I only knew about this because a buddy of mine who is
laughing all the way.
a buddy of mine who's a staunch Republican, so we don't agree on everything. He's a huge Trump supporter, but I love him anyway. Said something on Facebook. Goes, so if I walk around singing White Christmas, does that make me racist? He goes, because if I sing Jingle Bells, according to a Boston professor, I'm a racist. And I'm like, huh? And then I saw the story.
Dude, I'm from New Orleans, the birthplace of jazz, which is based 100% on blues, which is based 100% on black people who used to push their carts through the streets and sell stuff. The whole blues and jazz thing comes from black people. It all comes from black people. They're very musical people. Have you ever noticed that?
That's racist.
Black people are very musical.
So are white people.
Well, you know, we do okay. We do the best with what we got.
So are Mexican people.
He's
Romeo
absolutely-
told us, man. He hails from a colorful people.
He hails from a colorful people. Dude, it's all nonsense.
That was racist as shit too.
What?
Boondock Saints 2 had a white guy named Clifton Collins playing Romeo.
Whitewashing.
Whitewash.
We've covered whitewashing.
No,
Totally whitewashing.
the reason Clifton Collins got the role is because he was friends with Troy Duffy, and he could pull that shit off. He did a really good job. Hey, maybe I could join you guys. Throw some Rasta in this.
Oh my god. That's like all the white people that used to play Native Americans and all the. Apparently, I have friends of mine who are from who spent a lot of time in El Paso and studied a lot of Spanish while they were there, because you know they would go to Juarez all the time and hang out in Mexico. And so,
How do they live?
it was before it got bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was back in the day. So they left right before I got married, and I've been married over 17 years. So they were there. They've been gone for about 10 years, and that's really when it's gotten horrible. Even when they were there, at first you'd go to Juarez and you'd have a meal and you'd do shopping and have fun and come back, and then after a while you wouldn't spend the night because it started to get really kind of crazy. And then after a while you just didn't go. By the time they left 10 years ago, you didn't go to Juarez. It got really bad. The cartels are there. They kill people, like a lot of people, like 10 a day.
We talked about that.
Yeah, we did. But apparently, if you watch the old cowboy movies and you hear the Mexican people talking in the background, they didn't have people who translated the Mexican stuff. So the Mexican people would swear their asses off and say all kinds of hilarious, just awesome stuff. And so our friends said, oh yeah, you start learning Mexican and rewatch the old cowboy movies. It's 1,000,000 times funnier.
Nice.
They actually become comedies.
Well, you were talking about the Native Americans playing, white people playing Native Americans, which was great with Ridiculous Six, the Adam Sandler movie, because they did have a couple white people playing natives, but at the same time, they had a lot of natives in that movie.
Sure.
But what was funny is, this is a goofy, fucking, stupid comedy.
Ridiculous.
People lost their minds.
Dude, ridiculous is in the name.
Yeah, people lost their minds over the way that the Native Americans were being portrayed in that movie. What? The dude
Ridiculous is in the
who
name.
played the chief,
Well, dude, going back, you look it up.
I am.
Going back to the 90s, I remember when there was a huge uproar about the Redskins, the Washington Redskins, and how they needed to change their name. I crop dusted you. I had a Native American buddy. We used to get lunch all the time, and he said, yeah, the head of our group, I don't want to call him a chief because I don't know that he is a chief, but he's the head of the local Native American group, said, you give me tickets to a Redskin game, I will sit at the 50-yard line in full regalia. Fuck those people.
Yeah, the man is the man who plays the chief.
I'm
is
Italian.
Saginaw Grant, who is like well known in the Native community.
As a racist. He's a total racist.
But no, I mean, it's a goofy fucking movie. They're paying us shit.
Maybe they will.
Yeah, right. It's a goofy fucking movie. I mean, even at one point, because White Knife, played by Adam Sandler, is going
Who
to go.
was raised by the Indians and is really good with knives.
But he's gonna go find his father or save his father. And they're like, "Oh, you can't." He says, "You can't go alone." He's like, "Take one of them with you." And he goes, I gotta go alone." He goes, "But," he's like, he's like, "It would be safer if I went by myself as a white man." And he goes, "Well, he does a great impression of a white man." The guy goes, "Hey guys, let's go play tennis and play with our genitals." Something along those lines. And the chief is like, "I don't know where he comes up with this stuff." So, but it's a fucking goofy comedy movie. Chill the fuck out. It's a hilarious fucking movie at the same time. It's one of those movies. It's the Adam Sandler, so stupid it's funny movies.
Yeah.
I actually just watched both Grown Ups the other day.
Really?
Love those movies. I think they are hilarious. Especially the second one with Stone Cold. And then Taylor Lautner and his crew of frat boys. Oh my goodness.
Wow, we're not even in the first. There we go.
What?
We're not even on the first page.
What do you mean?
You go to take offense. There's just nothing.
Oh.
There's apparently. Hold on. Yeah, there's a take offense. Hold on. I'm trying to find comments. I can't find any.
There's none.
Without the freaking producer, we get shit. She is never allowed to sleep again. Fuck that. Not gonna happen. It's actually getting about that time. We're running out of gas. Not running out of gas, but we just gotta get going.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a quickie this time, guys. We love y'all, but fuck that shit. Have a good time. Enjoy your life. It's your duty to be happy. Just be happy and spread happiness throughout the world. Don't worry about changing the world. Change yourself.
Yeah. Yep. Happy holidays.
Happy
Whatever holiday you celebrate.
Oh, we are not going to be here next week.
No.
The Sunday before Christmas.
Which is Christmas Eve.
Is it Christmas Eve?
Christmas is on Monday.
Oh, right. So Christmas Eve we will not be here.
No.
Because I will be in Michigan.
Have fun with that shit.
It turns out God loves me.
You're not wearing shorts, are you?
Oh, I'm wearing shorts. Fuck them.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not putting up with that crap. It turns out that God loves me because the wife keeps looking at the weather, and it keeps getting better and better and better, less and less snow.
Till you get there.
They got like 7 inches. Then God said, "Oh fuck, Nick's going to Michigan. Let's cut way back on that shit." So
that's not what he did.
It's not
Michigan loves their snow, and God's punishing them for the Lions.
Peace, y'all. Love you.
Yes.